Agnes was born into Roman nobility and raised as a Christian. She suffered martyrdom on 21 January 304, aged 12 or 13. Her high-ranking suitors, lighted by her resolute devotion to religious purity, sought to persecute her for her beliefs. Her father urged her to deny God, but she refused. She was eventually beheaded after attempts for her to burn and stake. She was venerated as a saint in the Catholic Church, Oriental Orthodox Church, and Eastern Orthodox Church, as well as the Anglican Communion of Lutheran Churches. This is Saint Agnes of Rome.
Saint Thomas the Apostle. Thomas the Apostle was born at the first century AD Galilee, Judea, Roman Empire, was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, according to the New Testament. Thomas is commonly known as Doubting Thomas. According to traditional accounts of the Saint Thomas, Christians of modern-day state of Kerala in India, Saint Thomas traveled outside the Roman Empire to preach the gospel, traveling as far as Kerala in South India and reached Busiris in AD 52. In 1228, some of the relics were brought to Ortona in Abruzzo, Italy, where they have been held in the Church of St. Thomas the Apostle. He is regarded as the patron saint of India among its Christian adherents, and the feast of Saint Thomas is on July 3, is celebrated as Indian Christians' Day. This is Saint Thomas the Apostle.
Saint Joseph Vass. Joseph Vass, born 21 April 19 or 1651, was an Oratorian priest and missionary in Sri Lanka. He traveled throughout the island bringing the Eucharist and the sacraments to clandestine group of crypto-Catholics. Later in his mission, he found shelter in the kingdom of Kandy. By the time of his death, Vass had managed to rebuild the Catholic Church on the island. As a result of his labors, Vass is known as the Apostle of Ceylon. On 21 January 1995, he was beatified by Pope John Paul II in Colombo. He was canonized on 14 January 2015 by Pope Francis in an open-air mass ceremony at the Gale Face Green in Colombo. This is Saint Joseph Vass.
Saint Therese of Lisieux. Marie Francine Therese Martin was born in France, January 2, 1873. Therese died on September 30, 1897, at the age of 24 from tuberculosis. She felt an early call to religious life at the early age of 15, where she became a nun and joined two of her elder sisters in the cloistered Camerate community in Lisieux. She was quickly beatified and canonized by Pope Pius XI, who completed the process just 28 years after her death. Her feast day in the general Roman calendar was October 3 from 1927 until it was moved in 1969 to 1st October. She is well known throughout the world as Therese of the Child Jesus and the Holy Face, with the Basilica of Lisieux being the second most popular place of pilgrimage in France after Lourdes. This is Saint Therese of Lisieux.
Saint Teresa of Avila. Teresa of Avila, OCD, Born on 28 March 1515, also called Saint Teresa of Jesus, she was a Carmelite nun and prominent Spanish mystic and religious reformer. Active during the Counter Reformation, Teresa became the central figure of a movement of spiritual and monastic renewal, reforming the Carmelite orders of both women and men. 40 years after her death in 1622, Teresa was canonized by Pope Gregory XV on the 7th September 1970 by Pope Paul XVI, proclaimed Teresa as the first female doctor of the Church in recognition of her centuries-long spiritual legacy to Catholicism. This is Saint Teresa of Avila.
Saint Gonzalo Garcia. Gonzalo Garcia, OFM, Portuguese Gonzalo Garcia, is born on 1556, February 5. He was born at Basin, Basal, Bacam, in the